Welcome and good day, everyone. Welcome back to another match for the Unofficial Amiibo Smash League Season 3, powered by the Switch 2. Well, before I continue, I'd like to remind everyone to give your support to Nintendo and their affiliates, because without them, we wouldn't have the game, let alone the amiibo that we're battling it out with today. So let's go ahead and give Nintendo their support. Alright, we have two challengers here today looking to gain another win in this match. Our first challenger, here she is. Jigglypuff. Now Jigglypuff is the number one ranked character in the group. However, she isn't doing so well as she has lost both of her matches thus far, and she really needs to pick up a win today if she wants a chance at at staying in this competition. But the same thing goes for her opponent, who has also lost 2 games thus far and is also competing for his first win today. He's also in the Pokemon group. Here he is, Lucario. Alright, these two Pokemon will be I'm sitting there fumbling over my words for a second. Whew. Sorry, I do apologize about that. My throat's irritating me a little bit, so I really hope it's not a cold. So, but here I am still giving it my all for everyone who is paying attention. Alright, and to keep this competition going. So these competitors will be battling it out on a randomly selected stage, which could give an advantage or disadvantage to one, if not both, characters. Each character will have 4 lives, and that could give each character a better chance at winning in this matchup. Well, let's not keep you waiting any longer. Jigglypuff versus Lucario. Now they're both looking to gain their first win. It'll either be its first win or third loss between these two. And they're both battling it out in the Pokemon group, so, and they definitely do not want to be the one that gets eliminated in this competition. The map is changing. It looks like the map is moving around Skyloft. Lucario is over 100%, but manages to knock Jigglypuff out for the first knockout. And then Jigglypuff answers back by knocking Lucario out. We definitely like it when matches are pretty close and to where you don't know who's going to win until the very end. I mean, it's almost like, it's almost like as if you were watching professional sports and they, and they tie up and have to go into overtime. It's, those are awesome games right there. Even if the team you want to win doesn't win. So, there's that too. Alright. Both characters are pretty close. Oh, Lucario threw that energy blast, and it ended up hitting the ground instead. Had something to do with that angle that everything was sitting at. Jigglypuff over 100% now. Lucario over 100% now. Hey, this is a good match so far. Jigglypuff knocking Lucario out first this time. But then Lucario answers back almost immediately by knocking Jigglypuff out. Definitely a good match when you have two opponents that are back-to-back and relatively close in damage numbers too, so... Although I'd like to give Jigglypuff some advice here, don't let Lucario sit at a high percentage for too long, because if I remember correctly, when Lucario has a higher damage percent, his special attacks do more damage. So, which means he can potentially do more damage. So, which would not bode well for Jigglypuff. Both characters in the 60s range. Looks like Jigglypuff is trying to throw some punches, but considering nobody's there, it almost looks like Jigglypuff is waving at the viewers, you know, over and over again, you know, but I don't think it did too well because Lucario knocked Jigglypuff out and down to that final life. So, oh, Jigglypuff doing some of those aerial attacks. This time, a little juggling. So, I think Jigglypuff got tired of us accusing her of just waving, and finally decided to do something about it, knocking Lucario down to his final life. Characters going back and forth. Jigglypuff, come on! If you're gonna do those punches, you gotta make sure they land home, because Lucario is definitely wants that win too. So you know so. Jigglypuff over 80% in damage. Lucario's now over 90% damage. Character. Oh! And Lucario, with a powerful strike, knocks Jigglypuff out, gaining his first win, and Jigglypuff getting a third loss, which is definitely not going to bode well for Jigglypuff after 3 weeks of competition, because having 3 losses is very tough to come back from, especially when you're in the number 1 seed. Yeah, it definitely felt like Jigglypuff threw the match. Yeah. I mean, Jigglypuff is a pretty tough character. Not to take anything away from Lucario, but Jigglypuff is normally much stronger than this. So, I mean, Jigglypuff is pretty much going to have to just win the next 4 weeks, you know, to have a chance at staying in, because whichever character ends up getting the lowest rank in the group after 7 weeks is the one that gets booted and replaced. So, and you know, and we may, you know, and if Jigglypuff doesn't do better, we may be saying goodbye to Jigglypuff. All right. And Lucario, you got to keep this win streak up, because hey, you may have got this win, but yes, you got to keep that momentum up and everything, so that way you can at least stay ahead of Jigglypuff in this one. Alright, that match took 4 minutes and 31 seconds. Coming down to the final life between these two well, it wouldn't be the first time we'd say goodbye to a former first seed. We ended up booting Sephiroth, because Sephiroth, he went undefeated in Season 1, and he ended up and he ended up, you know, going all the way through and being the finals, ultimate final Smash Brawl champion and all that, and then he just tanked it in season 2. So, yeah. So yeah, it's just boom. So yeah, it's definitely something that's happened before. Yeah, it would be crazy to see again, but the number 1 seat is the toughest place in the competition, so they also have the highest chance of getting booted because they are dealing with tough opponents. The damage given by Jigglypuff, 512%. The damage given for Lucario, 396. Okay, so you know, I decided I'm gonna go ahead and slowly move through this because of the way my throat's feeling. I'm gonna just, you know, go through some of these stats. If I see one that I really want to speak about, then I'll do that. But I'm gonna try and take it easier on my voice, so that way, because I still have 3 more matches to get through today, and I want to make sure to still be able to bring some commentary to everybody. So please forgive me if I'm not doing everything in the same way, you know. So, but hey, I'm still here, making sure the matches are take place. All right. Well, I'd like to thank everybody for stopping by. If you like it, go ahead and get that nice thumbs up. Helps out. And also, hey, if you want to see more such as this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And this way, you know, you can you know, give you an opportunity to see more content available. And then also, if you decide to leave a comment, please do so in a respectful manner, because hey, we want to keep this family friendly after all, so everyone can enjoy. Thank you once again for watching, and have a wonderful day.